brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
12, 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, they found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow on play action. Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 1, right?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
On 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
First carry for James Conner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, a run with Conner. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
11 MT, right? 11 MT, right? 12, 12, 12. 11 coming.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Murray a give. This is Connor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
11 empty.
Now they go play action now. Burrow eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands. We want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To Mixon on the check down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown. Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Murray off play action. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
12.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
12. 11. 11 Thomas. 11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
11. Stop.
Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5 now. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe with a pick.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now, 28-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Play fake. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Murray now. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. Shotgun now for Murray. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now Murray again. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 29, Burrow. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT.
From the 17, Burrow. Eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Mixon on a slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one,
here we go.
They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Samaje Perine, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the 4th quarter to kick that out of bounds, and now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Murray to throw. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Back to throw, Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On one, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On second down, here's Mixon. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. To throw, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
To throw is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane, and knock it away as we just saw there.
Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
On 4th down, Murray. And that's complete to Brown. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw of overtime for Murray. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Gun. Dot. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11. 11 mighty. 11. Dot.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Oh, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Just a massive interception there, Charles, to keep this overtime going, and really both defenses now have come up huge in this overtime.
How about one forcing the turnover on downs, because you know that first possession, if you score a touchdown, that wins the game, and they went for it, and they kept them from getting it done, and then the other defense comes on the field, and they pick one off. Who's going to make the big play now on offense that can lead to a field goal that can win this game?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play fake. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Cardinals win it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.